Hey guys, this is Magical Vila from magicalvila.com, and this video is going to be a little different from what I normally do. Instead of riffing on a topic, I'm going to share a sample reading with you. And what this is a question that I get a lot. I get versions of this question a lot, and almost always from women. And the question is some version of, is the man I'm in love with, who I believe is my twin flame or my soulmate, is he going to leave his wife or girlfriend or mother of his children and settle down with me permanently, come love me and be in an exclusive relationship with me permanently? And when is that going to happen? Now, I frequently log on and do readings with a popular telephone psychic service, and I will just say the name of it includes one of my favorite colors. And on that service, we only get 3 minutes to answer the question, and so I'm never able to share as much of information as comes to me or as I want to share. So I thought I'm going to just do this reading, which I actually just did in its shortened form. I'm going to do the full reading for you so you get some idea of what it's like to experience a tarot energetic reading with me. And if you happen to have this question as well, treat it as a sign that you came upon this video, and know that this reading very much could apply to you as well. You will know. You'll feel it. And it's not by accident that you found this video today. So here we go. I'm going to answer the question, is my SP going to leave his other person and be my full-time exclusive love? Stay tuned. So here we go. The question is my guy, my significant person, the man I'm in love with, the man I think is my twin flame, is he going to leave that other woman and come be with me full time? I pulled 6 cards, 3 from 2 different decks, and while you may not love these messages, I'm going to give them to you completely and honestly as I received them. The first 3 cards I pulled were Free Yourself, Let Go of Control Issues, and Religious or Spiritual Factors. The messages that I'm receiving about these cards are this. I feel, see, and know very strongly that it is unlikely that this man is going to leave the mother of his child, certainly not anytime soon. And if you have any chance of that happening whatsoever, you absolutely must pull all of your energy back to yourself. Stop obsessing about him. Get control of yourself and your own life. In other words, stop consulting psychics about him, stop having long conversations with your friends about him, stop stalking him on social media, stop checking your phone to see if your phone's still working. Did you miss a message from him? Does he still have you blocked? Stop trying to talk to him or contact him or obsessing about him in any way. Women often think or joke that men don't have any kind of intuition, but I want to tell you that men have a very strong sort of radar, if you will, that I call hunter's radar. And it is very attuned to the quality of the women in their lives. In other words, is she a prize? Is she a prize worth hunting? Is she a prize worthy of my hunter energy? That's the first thing they pick up on without even necessarily thinking it through consciously or putting it into words. Is she a prize worth fighting for? And the second thing is they are very sensitive to women obsessing about them. And the more you obsess about him or think about him or think, there's something I want from him that he's not giving me. I want him. I want him to commit to me. I want him to leave her. I want him to reassure me. I want him to tell me he loves me. The more they will feel that, and it will read to them, perhaps unconsciously, like nagging and obsessing and stalking and trying to trap him, and it will be very disappointing to him and not a turn on at all, and it'll be the opposite. It'll be a turn off. So you got to cut that out, like immediately. Girl, don't. Just no. Now, when we talk about, you know, your mom or your grandma, your aunt, somebody probably along the way gave you the advice to play hard to get. And when we talk about playing hard to get, what we really mean is you don't start being cold to him or bitchy or, you know, pretend that you're busy when you're not. If he ever does contact you, you want to be friendly. Not ridiculously effusive, but friendly, like you would be to one of your girlfriends. However, you want to make it hard for him to actually reach you because you are so busy out living your life. Live your life. Get out there, have fun, do fun things, especially do things that make you feel good about yourself and make you feel attractive. That immediately changes the kind of energy that you are putting out there, and that is what they pick up on, which is why, have you ever noticed, like the minute you get busy, that's when you suddenly get the text from the guy that you just forgot about? You know, you've been waiting by the phone for how long, and then you finally go out with girlfriends and you're dancing and you're flirting with someone new, and boom, it's like they're psychic. Well, I'm telling you, they kind of are. And that psychicness that men have is, again, what I call hunter's radar. And at that moment, when you are out having a good time, your energy just changed back from depressed and discarded and disappointed to ding, 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 prize energy. Hear the chorus of angels. Ah, prize energy. And that's the energy you want to be radiating at all the time. That's when you are your most attractive. That's when you are a prize he wants to pursue. I call it the energy of eminence. You need to be in your eminence, which means to be at the top, not down at the bottom where you're feeling sorry for yourself and you're feeling discarded and neglected or cheated on or disappointed or like nobody ever loves you or he's never coming back. No, no, no. You want to feel gorgeous and hot and fantastic and at the top of your game. So go out and do those things that make you feel that way. Take a darn shower, change your clothes, go get a makeover, get a haircut, whatever. Do something fun that makes you feel good. So I'm going to get to the next three cards. Three cards are from the Romantic Tarot. The first card is the Chalice. The second card is the King of Swords. I've got a kitty that wants to chime in. And the third card is the Chariot. These are all very significant. The first card, the Chalice, is a woman literally pouring out her emotions until the chalice overflows. The chalice can represent a tremendous amount of emotions, potentially grief, potentially healing. It's like a cathartic purging of emotions. It's a lot of emotions coming out. But you'll notice she's pouring out these emotions to the point where it's overflowing and he's unaffected. He's not reaching his hand out to comfort her. He's really not even looking at her. He's still got his hat on. He is, in his mind, he's already out the door. And when he's done with his little interlude, he's heading home. He's probably stopped on his way from work and he's heading home. Whereas she still has work to do, and that's the message that I received about this, is she has work to do. And you understand what I'm saying. She has emotional work to do. He never asked her for this emotional outpouring, and it's not reaching him, it's turning him off. So again, you need to learn to control yourself. Stop making your happiness about him. Stop mentally wishing he would do something and do it now, and wanting this particular response from him. Pull back all of your emotional pressure, your energetic pressure, and focus on you. Second card, King of Swords. If you can see, it's a king standing by himself. There's no one else with him, and he's thrown his shield down, and his sword is actually broken, but he is standing on his own 2 feet. This is a man who messed up. He's experienced something, and he's still experiencing probably a lot of mental turmoil. You know, a lot of times the swords can represent battle, and it's frequently mental battle, a mental struggle, and a struggle between for justice and doing what's right and figuring things out. And this is a man who is still doing some battle inside. He's trying to do what's right. He feels like he's messed up, and he may feel guilty for cheating on his lady, the woman he's currently committed to, the mother of his child. He may feel guilty. He may feel like he's not going to be seen as a good person in the eyes of his family and his peers. He may feel like he's letting people down. He's letting himself down. He wants to stand on his own 2 feet and do what's right and become a king. And you, lady, need to let him figure that out. You need to give him the space to figure that out. You cannot chase, cajole, seduce, or reason a man, a grown man, into being in a happy relationship in love with you. You need to give him the space to be the man he wants to be, the man he needs to be, to find his kingmanship. I feel very strongly that if you continue to pursue this and to push energetically, he may reach a point where he feels like you are potentially threatening his kingdom, meaning getting between him and his family, or getting between him and his reputation and the way that he wants to be pursued, and the way he wants to see perceived, and the way he wants to see himself, You know, as women, we tend often to think we know better than the man. We know better. You know, of course we should be in relationship. Of course I'm good for you. Of course you're not happy and you'd be happier with me. But if you think about it, that's an extremely emasculating thing to do, because you are deciding that you're an adult and you know best, but he's not as adult as you are, and he doesn't know what's the right path for him. He does. You got to let him figure it out. If you push him into coming back to you now, he will lose respect for himself and probably you, and possibly blame you. Third card, really important card. This card is actually really fortuitous, and I want you to get that because I feel like it will give you a lot of hope. This card is actually a couple. It's a man and a woman, and there are also 2 oxen, further representing couplehood. There is a sky full of stars, which represents wishes granted. There are flowers and wheat and decoration on the oxen. There's a cart full of hay. And this card is the Chariot. So it represents forward movement, success, triumph, and in this case, it represents the bounty of a happy relationship, a working couplehood. And, but this is going to be achieved only if you allow yourself to move forward. It's forward movement, meaning let that past go, let that man go. If he comes back to you, it needs to be on his own terms, under his own steam. You move forward being happy. And I see I have a very strong message that the potential for a happy working relationship is available to you. And what I'm hearing is that the timing of that is very much up to you, meaning you can either slow it down by continuing to stay stuck where you are, obsessing about this man that you don't think you can have right now, or you can energetically begin to move forward into happiness and attract that vibration. Be in alignment with the vibration of a happy relationship. And if you allow yourself to move forward in that way, I see and feel very strongly that that happiness is available to you. Another couple of notes about this card, messages that I received. Man and a woman. The woman is actually reclining on a full wagon of hay. She's dressed very femininely, long flowing hair, long dress, and again, she's reclining in a position of being very receptive. She's in her receptive feminine energy. And that's what that is about, receptive feminine energy. She's not the man. She's not driving the cart. The man is driving the cart. The man is doing the work. The man is bringing things on home. So what I want you to understand about that, ladies, is that if you want to be in a relationship with a masculine man and you want to attract a masculine man into a relationship, you can't do that by being the man. You can't drive him into being a better, bigger man than you. Get into your receptive feminine energy and receive and leave space for the man to be the man. And you see it's working very well for them. It's a prosperous, fruitful, bountiful relationship. Everything in this picture, the green grass, the wheat and the flowers on the oxen, 2 fat oxen, that wagon full of hay, the starry sky, they look happy. That is a working relationship that's happy and bountiful and prosperous. So in order to get there, allow yourself to move forward and get into, at least as far as your relationships are concerned, we're not talking about the job or the business or the career right now. In your relationships, learn to get into, to transition into the feminine, receptive energy so that the man can be the man. I hope this was helpful for you, and if it was, please leave me a like and consider following my channel. And if you would like a custom private reading for yourself, there's information about how to do that, how to book one on my website at magicalguidance.com. Thank you.